Hey pen friends, welcome back to Ginger Peachy Pens. Today I have a little unboxing. This is a pen that I ordered on November 21st and it has taken a while to finally come in. It was back order, it was a pre-order, it was back ordered or something. So I ordered this from Endless Pens, which I think this is the third or fourth pen that I've ordered from them that has taken literal months to arrive. But for the price that you can get there, I think that can be worth it. Um, this is a pen that was released previously, and it was, they were waiting on a new batch. And I think the regular price is like $155. And with Endless Pens, with their double drop or whatever that it is that they do, I think I paid a little over 112. It was 112 and change. So that was a good deal, even though I had to wait on it. And you never know with them how long you're going to have to wait. But yeah, about 3 months. So that's okay. It kind of is fun to get a new pen this year within my um, wish list. I'm kind of on a low buy. Like, I'm not officially saying that, but trying to stick to my wish list for the most part. And so it's fun to get a pen and not, did not have to pay for it this year. So here's a box. Very nice. Very nice box. So in the past, I have had two Leonardo pens. I had one Momento Zero. It was that jade green color, which I very much liked, but it was very similar to the Esterbrook SD in sea glass, and the shape of the SD was a better shape for me. The other Leonardo I had was a Furore, and those of you who have been here know that's a hard word for me. The Furore pen, and I liked it a lot. It was in aqua petra. It was very pretty, but again, it was the grip that I just couldn't get along with super well, and I didn't reach for it a ton. So this one is kind of risky because it's going to have the same grip, that I didn't love, but I wasn't in love with the materials on those other two pens either. They were pretty, but I just, I was like, I could take them or leave them. But this Nuvola, so I need to stop talking and let you see this pen. This Nuvola, I liked it from the minute I saw it. I didn't jump on it because I didn't need it. So there's a little booklet here. It's kind of nice. Oh, international guarantee. Um, I I just couldn't stop thinking about it. So I didn't buy it on that initial release. I held off. And then when I saw that they had them again, I thought, okay, at this price, I think I'm going to give it a shot. So here it is. This is the Leonardo Momento Zero in Nuvola. Nuvola means cloud. And I just really like this blue gray color and this white. I have seen lately that Hogtown Pens has been making some pens with a similar material to this. The blue is a little more translucent and darker, but I am so curious like how this resin is made with the little outlines. I just really want to know about this. So, if anybody knows a good video to watch or something about how this is done, I would really like to know. So, I got this one with a rose gold, with the rose gold trim. I'm kind of wondering if I should have gone with regular gold since this outline is kind of brown. I don't know. The rose gold is a relatively good match, and I don't know if if the regular gold would have been too yellow, you know. So I really kind of would have needed to see them in person. But this is really pretty. I feel like it's just kind of special, Like I like the look of most of the Leonardo pens that I see. And but this one is just, I don't know, this material is just kind of special. It's not something you see in every pen every day. So here is the grip section. I was really worried that I would get a pen that I didn't like the material pattern on. That's always a concern for me, and I've sold a lot of pens for that reason or returned. Um, this one could be a little better, but it is nice. It's not bad. It's not, I was afraid that I would get a whole cap that was just solid white or blue or something. And this one is mostly blue, but it does have this nice little like arch here. I have already taken a peek at this. If you can't tell, like I pulled it out of the box earlier today, just to have a look. But yeah, it's nice. Kind of got this little heart shaped blob here. It's kind of cute. I don't know if it's a heart, but kind of. And I just like this material a lot. So the thing that I didn't like about, and some of you know this, about the Leonardos that I had, and this one is the same, is that this grip goes in, tapers down here, and then is straight. And there's no little flare at the end to keep my fingers from just going right down off the nib. But I did get this pen in a fine nib. Now I wish I had gotten an extra fine, because since November I have learned how much I actually do like extra fine nibs. But I can't go back in time. And I feel like I kind of write with less pressure with a fine or extra fine nib, because they don't feel so mushy, they don't feel like, I don't know, they don't feel the same. If they were gold nibs and they were soft or something, I feel like I push down harder on those. But when I'm using a hard nib, I feel like I have a lighter touch. And maybe, I don't know, I'm just giving this grip another try because I like this material so much. And you may see this for sale, in a year. Right now, I'm thinking that I really like it. So, all right. So, Leonardo pens typically come with the converter included. It's branded. It's got a nice like metal detailing, rose gold that matches. I do think it is a screw-in converter, so it's something to know. Just don't go yanking on it. You have to screw that converter in and not screw it in too tightly. This also has the blind cap, which is not something that I will ever use probably, but you can take off the finial at the end of the barrel, and I don't know if that is that called a finial, or you can unscrew the end of the barrel and twist your converter here. My problem is I can never remember which direction is which on the converter, so like it wouldn't do me any good. The only reason I would ever use that is to like prime the feed a little bit if it's running dry. But like I said, I would never remember which way to turn it. And people have mentioned this is plastic, this is metal, and that can be not a great combination if it's screwed and unscrewed too many times. Eventually that metal kind of chops the plastic up. Same thing really with this barrel is plastic. The threads are metal. That's something I've started noticing. I think it was Doodlebud here on YouTube who talked about that, and I was like, oh, and so I've noticed that now, and there are other brands that do the same. And I think about it now, when it doesn't keep me from using them, but I think about it now sometimes that, I want to be a little more careful, mindful, I guess, when I'm taking apart and putting pins together, because if it gets cross threaded and the metal threads start cutting into your plastic threads, then you start to have a problem. So, all right, let's see what kind of ink I want to get into here. Okay, I decided I'm going to look at the Birmingham Pen Company ink samples that I have from Robin. And because this is kind of a gray blue, and I feel like Birmingham Pen kind of has several colors that are sort of more muted, but I don't want to go with a like super pastel color. Ooh, this chrysanthemum could almost be a nice contrasty color. Cold Steel is a good It's not a match, it's darker, but it's a similar tone. Oh, that eroded. It's kind of more green. I know this does not have to be perfect, but I just want to see if there is something that's close, you know? Hot rolled steel. Kentucky bluegrass is one of my favorite greens I've ever used, and I really want to get a bottle of it. But I'm trying to use up what I have before I buy a bottle. Okay, kyanite might be a good option. It's like more in navy, but the lighter part is pretty similar. That's the one Birmingham Penco ink that Robin did not send me. I had it already from somewhere else. I think I have some of these out of alphabetical order. Did I just throw them in here? I think I did. All right. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that. What was it that I said? The kyanite. Here it is. This one I received from someone when I purchased another pen. She sent me a few ink samples that would kind of match the pen. And this was one of them. So I'm not even sure if I've loaded it into a pen yet. Let's see. All my ink pets have their Valentine's outfits on. There's no shimmer in this, correct? No. So, open it up. There's a lot of ink around the edge there. All right. I did draw the converter all the way up, but it only filled about halfway because there's a lot of ink in the feed, I'm sure. Use one of these towels. I need to wash my ink towels at some point. I don't like it when a pen gets ink down in the fins and you can see it in there. That drives me nuts. I always have to go get a napkin or something and soak it out. It's one of those things that, like, oh, I can't stand it. I don't mind some ink on the nib. My cousin was asking me how to get that off. Hi, John, if you were watching this. And had to inform him that, unfortunately, some pens you just... And it was a Pilot Kakuno, and they just tend to have ink on the nib a lot. This one cleaned off fine. So I think it has to do with the ink and the nib and the properties of each one, and probably the shape of the nib, the materials and the shape and all the things. So again, here is that color, here is the pen, and let's test out this nib real quick. I know I've kept you here long enough. Let's get out my trusty Hippo Noto. All right. This is a Leonardo. Oh, come on. Okay, it's not writing it. I think with these microfiber towels, when I use a microfiber towel, I think it soaks more ink out of the nib than it kind of should. Or maybe it's me, you know, the way that I use the microfiber towel. Because I find pretty often Okay, here we are. That took a little while. Is this focusing? All right, this is Leonardo. Momento 0. Nuvola. Rose gold. With a fine steel nib. And this ink is Birmingham Pen Company Kyanite. I'm feeling a little scratchiness in this nib, just a smidge. So I might do just a tiny bit of smoothing. It's not, the whole nib isn't scratchy, but I just feel that one little tiny catch. Like it's just grabbing some little paper fibers. But otherwise, the nib is good. It feels like it's probably pretty well tuned. This ink is a little bit, it's not a perfect match, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And it is writing lighter than it was on that swatch card. So it puts it a little closer to the color of the pen. Let's see if I can show you. I don't feel like my light is very good right here. I'm sorry. So anyway, here we are. I'm going to use this for a few days and maybe it'll be in a currently inked lineup soon. Let's see, what else is going on? I do have some more items still for sale on my Instagram. I put like 50 items up or something, and about half to 2/3 of them sold. So there are still some more things for sale if you're looking for a pin or a few little accessories. Go check out my Instagram. It's at Ginger Peachy Pins. I also think I'm going to add a few things to it pretty soon. I think I'm going to let go of some more of my Pelikan M200 M205s. While I like them and I liked having the collection of all of the gemstone series, I don't reach for them enough, especially in the broader nibs that I've had before. Well, one of the ones I'm going to let go of has a fine nib, I think. Anyway, I just don't reach for them enough anymore. And it's because they're small. And this is probably one I'm going to keep, Star Ruby. But they're small. And I end up gripping this after I've just complained about this pen not having a curve at the end. This little curve here is sharp where I end up like scooting my fingers down and that ends up in my grip and it is sharp. So, but if you're a fan of these, I think I'm going to post a couple more, including Appetite, which is just a couple of years old. I'm going to let Appetite go. And I've got Aquamarine already listed, as well as the Golden Barrel and the Rose Quartz. And I think I might let go of Moonstone, which is the gray one. I really like it. It's beautiful. But if I'm gonna keep any of the gemstone series, these are my favorites. The Smoky Quartz, the Olivine, and the Star Ruby. Because those are three of my favorite inks. And so those are three that I would keep. Yeah, so if you're interested in either of those, you can send me a message or go check out my Instagram. Yeah, so anyway, thank you for joining me. This video is probably longer than it needs to be, but I'm glad to be here and chat with you guys today. Hope you're doing well, and let me know what you think. Did you pick up the Nuvola? Do you get along well with the Leonardo grip? Is it just me? And I will talk to you very soon. Have a great day. Bye.